This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. A warning for drivers. Criminals are smashing car windows, stealing purses and any other valuables in sight. This weekend, thieves targeted Nathan Benderson Park, and the culprits are still on the loose tonight. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick is live at the park with the latest. Jess.
Good evening, Haley. These thefts all happened within a 30-minute time span yesterday, all of them in broad daylight. Now, the visitors were parked here at Nathan Benderson Park when their windows were smashed in. Now the victims are without credit cards, cash, and entire purses altogether. Parkgoers were greeted with a warning Monday morning.
2 officers pulled up in cars and they just came over and talked to us for a minute and let us know that we had some break-ins in the area. They were smashing in windows.
Between 4 and 4:30 p.m. on Sunday, the Sarasota Sheriff's Office responded to 5 smash and grab burglaries at Nathan Benderson Park. Purses were stolen from all 5 vehicles.
It was really kind of sad that here we have this great park and it's really in a decent area and we're having vandalism like that in our area. It's disappointing.
There are no security cameras in the parking lots at Benderson Park, so catching the criminals could be tough. Similar break-ins happened just 6 months ago, also at Nathan Benderson Park. Those burglars, park officials say, were kids from the East Coast who drove over, made some stops, stole what they could, and headed home. It's too early to tell who the culprits are this time.
No one in custody on those burglaries.
Most often, deputies say car break-ins happen when people leave their doors unlocked or windows down.
Psychologically, I think we like to think things happen worse in the night, but actually in the daytime is, everything that happens at night crime-wise can happen in the daytime as well.
Deputies say car thieves commonly target places like parks and gyms. So next time you're leaving your car parked wherever it may be, remember, keep your windows up, doors locked, and valuables out of sight.
Rather than going to where you're going to park and moving a lot of stuff from the front seat to the back seat, try to take care of those things at home. A vehicle predator may be looking to watch people come into that parking lot, see what they're doing, and as soon as they leave, then they go right in.
Now, in September, 40,000 people are expected to be here at Nathan Benderson Park over 9 days, the 2017 World Rowing Championships. Now, parking for that event will actually be across the street here in the grassy area behind me near the mall. Now, I'm told that there will be volunteers who will be there checking to make sure everyone's car is safe, as well as paid security. Reporting live at Nathan Benderson Park, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Jess. Florida will pay $1.1 million in legal fees to attorneys who challenged a controversial state law that sought to prevent doctors from asking patients about guns. The Brady Center to Prevent Gun Violence announced the legal fees agreement today, more than 5 months after a federal appeals court sided with doctors and medical groups in striking down key parts of the 2011 law. The law is known as Docs versus Glocks. The measure included a series of restrictions on doctors and health providers. Opponents say the law violated free speech rights.
Our goal was not to stop guns or make guns disappear, but if parents have guns or families have guns, let's just discuss how to properly store them so that children don't get harmed or killed.
Prior to part of the law being struck down, it generally sought to prevent physicians from entering information about gun ownership into medical records. The law also stated that doctors should refrain from asking about guns unless the information was relevant to medical care or safety. A recent advertisement posted by the National Rifle Association of America has some wondering if the group has crossed a line. The 1-minute video has been shared nearly 50,000 times since it was posted to the NRA's Facebook page in June. And it's conservative radio host Dana Loesch who condemns protesters and others who have spoken out against President Trump. And then she finishes with an ad about with a mysterious demand.
Fight this violence of lies with the clenched fist of truth.
I thought there were elements of it that were very chilling.
There was no call for violence in the ad in any way. I couldn't even loosely interpret it that way.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, some local gun advocates will share what they think about the ad and why many others are considering it a threat. And now we're going to head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast.
Haley, a beautiful day today, a little bit cloudy at times, but for the most part, no thunderstorms around, so you can enjoy the water. 97 degrees, that's what it feels like right now with a temperature of 88, the dew point in the mid-70s up and down the coast, and just a few showers cooling things down across parts of central Florida this afternoon, but not the intensity that you would normally expect this time of year. Normally the whole radar is pretty much lit up along the sea breeze front, but that is not the case today as a result of some slightly drier air that has moved in, and it looks like that may stick around too through this evening and beyond. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but the live sweep of the radar not depicting any rain around here. There were a few isolated showers. We still have that slight chance through later this evening, so we'll keep it at about 20% for a passing shower. We talked about the tropics earlier. Not much going on in the Caribbean or the Atlantic or the Gulf of Mexico for that matter. We'll have to watch this front, but there's no real indication of anything brewing at this point. Things are quiet here, but the Pacific is really acting up. We'll talk more about the Pacific in just a little bit with a couple of storms brewing there, but for the most part, just some clouds down in the Bay of Campeche and Cuba getting some showers and storms basically as a result of the daytime heating there. Temperature 88 degrees in Sarasota now, 89 in Key West. It's 88 degrees in Miami. A bit hotter in Jacksonville at 92, 84 in Orlando at this time. And as far as the dry air goes, you can see just a little bit of it right there across the southern portion of the state. That real moist air has since moved on. That system that moved through the Midwest has really pushed everything out of here as far as that goes. We'll let you know when the storms will be returning for our area, as well as the Pacific. We'll show you those two storms come up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. A 10th person has died after a horrific case of human smuggling in San Antonio, where up to 100 people were found inside a tractor trailer. Today, the man authorities say was driving that truck appeared in federal court. ABC's Danya Backus explains what happened.
Immigration agents say as many as 100 undocumented immigrants were crammed into a sweltering tractor trailer, the air conditioning not working, parked outside a San Antonio Walmart. Dozens suffering from the intense triple-digit heat.
Folks were literally baking in the heat of Texas sun.
Today, the driver, 60-year-old James Bradley of Florida, was in federal court. His criminal complaint detailing the treacherous journey that left 10 people dead. One person on board telling investigators that there was a hole in the trailer wall to provide ventilation, and they took turns breathing from the hole, and that people were hitting the trailer walls and making noise to get the driver's attention, but federal investigators say Bradley never stopped. Also, according to the complaint, the driver told authorities he did not know anyone was in the trailer until he got out of the truck at Walmart, saying that he opened the trailer after hearing banging inside and apparently did not call 911 even after he found out at least one person was dead.
These people were in that trailer without any signs of any type of water, so you're looking at a lot of a heat stroke, a lot of dehydration.
The immigrants were reportedly from Mexico and Central America, and the complaint says that they paid thousands to get to San Antonio and other destinations. One saying he paid $5,500 to cross into Laredo and be smuggled. Officials say 30 people, including 2 people, were rushed to the hospital, some suffering from traumatic brain injuries. A Walmart employee called 911 when he spotted a disoriented man who was desperate for water. That suspected smuggler, James Bradley, could face life in prison or the death penalty. Immigration agents now saying they are continuing to search for anyone involved in this operation. In San Antonio, Texas, Danya Backus, ABC News.
New developments tonight involving the terminally ill British baby Charlie Gard. Gard's parents are now giving up their legal fight over the treatment of their son in the U.S. They made the decision after new testing showed the baby would probably not benefit from an experimental treatment. The boy was born with a genetic mutation and is unable to breathe on his own. The hospital in London, where he has been since last October, recently received permission to discontinue life support, but his parents wanted to bring him to the U.S. for an experimental therapy. A federal judge has cleared the way for President Donald Trump's Commission on Election Fraud to resume collecting detailed voter information from the states. The commission asked states last month to provide publicly available data, including names, birth dates, and partial social security numbers. But the commission later told them to hold off until a judge ruled on a lawsuit filed by the Electronic Privacy Information Center in Washington. Today, the judge denied the group's request to block the data collection. Similar lawsuits are pending in Florida, Texas, and New Hampshire. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a warning for those who love summer barbecues. Up next, which popular baked beans are now being recalled. Plus, a reminder of how precious your time is, how utilizing certain services affects your health. That's coming up.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half-mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U, for an independent you.
Call 1-800-671-4817.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Pack the family up in style in the all-new Chrysler Pacifica. With over 100 standard and available safety features, it's the ultimate family vehicle. Get yours today for just $24,999 or get America's best value. A new Dodge Journey for as little as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Money can't buy love, but it might buy happiness if you spend it the right way. A new study may have the answer exactly how you can do that. ABC's Emily Rao has the findings.
Time. For many of us, it's one thing we don't have enough of. And with daily demands like running kids to soccer practice or dealing with that pile of laundry, it's normal to feel pressed for time. But now, a new study revealing that people who spend more of their money on purchases to save time, like hiring cleaners or paying for someone else to do the cooking, reported greater life satisfaction than those who did not. Researchers finding that this held true regardless of income. Yet despite this, nearly half of the wealthiest people in the study spent no money to save themselves more hours in the day. In a second experiment, the researchers finding that time-saving purchases brought more joy than even material goods. So next time you think about buying a new t-shirt, think twice. You might just want to pay to have your old ones folded instead. With this Medical Minute, I'm Emily Rao.
I agree. If you don't have to spend time on all those tasks, it probably does make you happier.
Yeah, sure does. We are looking at some showers and storms, so folks are able to get to their tasks south of that right now as far as cutting the lawn or doing anything outdoors. Looks to be pretty good. Some showers, though, just north of Tampa. You notice how they've been kind of weakening as they push to the southeast, so there's some dry air around. That means the storms are really not going to have much punch to them at all. throughout this evening, and it looks like for the next 48 hours, could be even longer. As we look at the long-range forecast here, things are pretty quiet considering we are in late July, and that's typically when we see a lot of action around here as far as storms go in the afternoon, but not today, not the case. It was all over the weekend, and you can see some showers and storms there north of that particular area. And the dry air that's in place continues to just kind of sit right over the top of us, all the way from south of Orlando down toward Miami, and that is not changing. Now, the planner this evening, just a few clouds around. Temperatures, though, will stay above average because of the lack of rainfall. Typically, when it rains in the afternoon and evening, we get temperatures into the mid to upper 70s, and it looks like we are going to continue to see temperatures staying pretty warm over the upcoming nights with high humidity and not much chance for rainfall. Well, 88 degrees right now, 97 on the heat index. That's high as a result of the high dew point temperature. The high today was only 89, though. The 76-degree low was 1 degree above the average of 75, so a fairly average day. If you average those numbers out, the record 96 set back in 1995. No rainfall to report. The deficit for the month now is 1.34 inches, and for the year, 3.19. And it looks like the forecast tomorrow not calling for any rainfall. Rain chances below 30%. Really, it's going to stay at 20%. Temperatures will warm into the low 90s. The heat index up near 100 to 105 degrees in the afternoon, beginning at around 1 o'clock and continuing up until 4. Future RPM forecast model is depicting just 1 or 2 lone showers developing mainly east of the interstate and then rolling off to the east. Tomorrow, there may be a few isolated showers offshore, but not many. And then in the afternoon, there's a 20% chance for a few storms to move off to the east on that westerly wind. The extended forecast, even through Wednesday and Thursday, rain chances staying unseasonably low. And that's a direct result of this frontal boundary to the north of us. High pressure has really much bumped right over the top of us, and that's limiting any kind of lift. And the drier air will also stick around a little bit. So just a few showers expected on Wednesday. The rain chance bumps up to 30%. Look at these temperatures. 59 in Boston, 72 in Detroit, 74 in Green Bay, but 97 degrees into Rapid City and Denver right now. And as far as the south goes, you can see 91 in Dallas. Cool. It's cooled down now in Phoenix as a result of the monsoonal moisture there. 79 in Atlanta and 86 at Myrtle Beach, 92 in Little Rock and Shreveport, 91 degrees. Well, the overall satellite imagery is showing a couple of features here. This is that cold front that you can see stretching down, bringing the cool air to the Great Lakes and the Northeast. Some rain over the Northeast and some showers also over Georgia, keeping temperatures in the mid to upper 70s there. So they've got some rain cool there. As far as the tropics go, all is quiet right now. Most of the storms occur about over 80% after July is over. So we still have a long way to go. Nothing going on out there, but there's 2 storms out to the Pacific we go. You can see a couple of them right there. This is Irwin, and this one is Hillary. And we'll stop it right there. And you can see these storms eventually may do a Fuji war, it's called. They kind of dance around one another as they move off toward the west. We'll see that. It'll be interesting to see over the upcoming days. For boaters tomorrow, winds out of the south at 10 knots. They'll switch around to the west in the afternoon. Seas running 1 to 2 feet and a light chop out there. The water temperature now at 89 degrees, and beaches will see a high right around 91. UV index high at 10. Sunset at 8:23 should be a nice one. Sunrise will be at 6:50. Partly cloudy, warm and muggy, 78 for your low. And then tomorrow we'll see some sunshine, a few clouds now and again. Heat index a little bit on the high side. And the extended forecast does call for a better chance for rain, but not until Friday, with the rain chances staying at 30% below up until Thursday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. No accidents to report right now, but traffic is backed up on Fruitville Road in the westbound lanes in just a stretch of that road right there. An update now on a road closure in Manatee County. Ellington-Gillette Road between 21st Street Court East and 29th Street East was closed earlier today because of a water main break. Crews have completed their repairs. The road is now back open. A boil water notice has been issued for that area for the next 24 to 48 hours. People living in the area are advised to boil their water. One of the most popular side dishes at a barbecue is being recalled tonight. One of my favorites. Bush Brothers and Company is voluntarily recalling some of its baked beans. The recall affects certain 28-ounce cans of Bush's brown sugar hickory baked beans, country style baked beans, and original baked beans. Bush Brothers says there could be a defective side seam on the can. The company is blaming the problem on a possible temporary quality issue from one of its can suppliers. If you're a huge fan of Mickey D's, this clothing line is for you. The legendary burger chain is getting into the fashion world, if you want to call it that, with its McDelivery collection. McDonald's is giving away clothes, pillowcases, and shoes that have items on it from the menu on the clothing. So to get one of these items, customers have to order McDonald's food this Wednesday from participating restaurants through the app Uber Eats. So if you get your McDonald's delivered, you might end up with a Big Mac sweater. Hey, go for it. Entertainment news is next.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with eyesight are a 2017 IIHS Top Safety Pick. Right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $209 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
People magazine is citing the LA County Coroner's Office reporting that singer Chester Bennington died of suicide by hanging. The Lincoln Park frontman was pronounced dead last Thursday. The 41-year-old singer's death came on the heels of the suicide 2 months ago of his friend, Soundgarden lead singer Chris Cornell. Bennington was found dead on what would have been Cornell's birthday. Lincoln Park paid tribute to Bennington in a letter today on its Facebook page. The world is getting a rare glimpse into tender moments that Princess Diana spent with her young sons. Kensington Palace is releasing never-before-seen photos of William and Harry from Diana's personal album. The photos are featured in a documentary marking 20 years since her death. In the film, the two princes reflect on their favorite memories of their mother. He's now the Duke of Cambridge, but pop star Hillary Duff says she's thankful no one was hurt. Definitely not Hillary Clinton's definitely not a pop star. But anyways, Well, Hillary Duff says she's just thankful no one was hurt in a burglary at her Beverly Hills home last week. According to TMZ, the 29-year-old actress and singer was vacationing in Canada at the time of this burglary, and the thieves made off with hundreds of thousands of dollars in jewelry. Duff's publicist says a security team is working with authorities. Chris Harrison and Sage Steele are returning to host the 2018 Miss America competition. Harrison's other TV duties include, you probably know this already if you're an avid watcher like me, ABC's The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He returns for his 9th time presiding over the Miss America telecast. ESPN commentator Sage Steele will be making her 2nd appearance as co-host. The 97th Miss America pageant will air live on September 10th right here on ABC7. In the meantime, you can see 3 hours of Chris Harrison tonight on ABC with The Bachelorette. The superhero film Wonder Woman is now the highest grossing movie of the summer, with almost $4 million made from North American theaters. But that's not the only reason the filmmakers are celebrating. Wonder Woman's sequel has now been confirmed. There's no word yet on whether the director of the first movie, Patty Jenkins, will return for the sequel. However, Warner Brothers Studios says that she has started writing it. All right, very exciting. We'll be right back.